is he? Down here in the never used him section, Cyte-09, the Marksman. Looks like he's going to be an amazing frame with his parts available from either purchasing them from Amir or dropping them from certain missions with a very low drop chance. His parts, of course, are behind the actual bounties, meaning, where is it? There it is, under uncommon. Chassis for the first bounty, second bounty has the neuroptics, and third bounty has the systems. I can't help but notice that, well, his blueprint is just straight up missing. Not slightly missing, just straight up not there, because it is rewarded for completing the quest, so they don't really have a reason to put it in here. His passive looks amazing. Weak point kills increase the crit chance by 1% up to 300%, so yeah, you want to do the math on how many weak point crit hits you would have to actually get to increase the crit chance by 1%. It works on any weapon in your hands though, so this can be easily done with a high firing weapon, almost like, you know, the Reckonfex. That name still gets me every time, and his abilities look so fun. Mostly the neutralize. He has an exalted weapon, which will not appear until you unlock it by getting him to level 10. But until then, he will come with a D polarity and a V polarity and an aura of a V, but not that it matters if you use, I don't know why I clicked on that one, it's supposed to be that one, Dreamer's Bond, which is an aura former. A universal aura anyway, and it will fit in any one and instantly double the points. Quick look at the abilities, and of course first ability will quite literally put something down that makes them visible through walls. So if we crouch down here, you can see the weak points are glowing separately and they take increased weak point hits, which is massively amazing. I mean, you can't see the health bars, but yeah, these are level 200 enemies, and shooting them through the wall, oh, it works so well. Then there is the second ability where you will throw out two just kind of random ammo packs. You can, of course, hold the ability down and choose what ammo you are throwing out, but both of the packs you throw out will be of that element. So, too corrosive. This will automatically refill the magazine with that ammo when you run over it. So, not even kidding. We want blast damage on this now, so just fire that one round and instant reload. Some things I have been reading have said otherwise. No, it does state just the sniper rifle will gain the extra damage, not every other weapon. That comes from his passive, where weak point kills increase Cyte-09's weak point crit chance by 1% up to 300% for the duration of the current mission. Yes, it's not if you swap weapons it resets, it is for the duration of the mission. Then the third ability, Evade, you jump backwards, even though you will jump backwards towards the camera, not the backwards he actually does, and you become invisible. But weak point hits extend the duration of this. I would beg to differ. Like, massively. Oh no, there it goes. No, actually, it just ended. It does in fact do this, but it could be a lot more accurate with the way that it actually does this for it to work better. The cooldown on this, however, is insane. 60 seconds cooldown on it. It's really nuts. Then there is his fourth ability, his Exalted Sniper Rifle Neutralizer. This thing is actually quite insane. There is no nice way of actually putting this. It is just straight up insanity mixed in with wowness. I mean, to be fair, I'm not going to take you people out with this, but give it a goddamn good go. Because why not? Yeah, This thing is great, but here's the thing about sniper rifles. If you actually zoom in, you get in... I'm going to spawn more enemies. Because while aiming, if you zoom all the way in, you will basically hit for a ton more. Assuming it doesn't need to reload in the meantime. Of course, this does depend upon how you actually set the neutralizer up, because it does need to be modded separately to Cyte-09 himself, which means it is something you're going to have to format, throw some mods on, and generally just have fun with, because this thing is insane no matter what you do to it. Remembering that, of course, his passive, you know, the weak point crit chance by 1% up to 300% for the duration of the current mission, mixed with being able to see through walls, having whatever elemental combo you want from resupply, going invisible that has, well, killing them with weak point hits extends that duration. It doesn't really increase damage or anything else, and for those who want to try and correct me on this, we'll just simply go with the description itself. Says, word for word, jump backwards and become invisible for a short duration. Killing enemies in their weak points extends the duration. Nothing on there says anything about increased damage. I will admit I probably should have mentioned the fact that it doesn't just extend the ability, the duration, it also heals Cyte-09. Not the allies around you, just you. So if you have taken damage, hitting an enemy in their weak point will increase your health, which is really actually good. Neutralize is, what is it? Damage multiplier of 1.25 as its base, 2.42 with the mods and stuff in it. Ricochet is something that kind of works on this, though kind of hard to demonstrate, and it only has a 20% loss for basically bullets bouncing around off things. And the punch through is actually quite insane. I'm going to say the ricochet range is the bullet that hits the enemy kind of exploding and hitting other enemies around you. It's kind of like a AoE attack. Increasing this works wonders, making it great for crowd control, but he is not... it's not like in hollvania, the hollvania tile set, there is exactly a lot of places where Cyte can go and hide and snipe. Plus, for a lot of missions, you are constantly moving around, so setting up camp doesn't really work. I wish there was a defense mission in hollvania, because if there was, Cyte-09 would be amazing for that. Here's the first frame in a long time I haven't just kind of formatted out the aura stance, the V polarity he comes with, and put a universal one on. I will be doing that, I just cannot settle on a build that I actually like for him, because having that invisibility there puts him in a realm of, I have no idea what he is actually supposed to be good for, because long range he's amazing at. Close range, depending on what primary you have, he's amazing at. Mid range, he's amazing at. Is he a close range frame, a long range frame, a support frame? I cannot decide. He is, of course, a marksman based frame, which means he is pretty much good at anything that consists of primaries and secondaries and sniper rifles and bows and everything that falls in between. He is well worth getting a hold of. He is pretty much good at everything he does, apart from going invisible, because that 60-second timer is way too much. It needed to be 30 seconds. If it was 30 seconds, it would be fine. Because at 60, it is basically his one downside. And with that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.